Hello, welcome back. Last time I sure did have the experience of playing a PuzzleScript game. Let's see if this has saved my progress the way I want it to. Okay, it took me to level select. 3-4 is done, 3-5 is not. Sure, sounds good. Okay. So, 4 cheeses. 1, 2... At least 2 jumps. Okay, so first of all... Mousy can just get all over there without... Okay, yeah, that's there for a reason. I'm going to have to move that cheese. Don't know why yet, but I'm going to have to. Okay, I think I see it. So, issue I'm going to have is that cheese is nowhere near where it needs to be to jump over this line. And I can't make that the case. So I have to go here. You can oh, okay. Right, there's a secondary problem. I did not notice this tile. Okay, so let's start by doing some of this. And there's going to be some reason that I can't do it that way. Oh, okay. Maybe you want... That doesn't help anything. Oh boy. Alright. So, alright, let's first solve this problem. What would that involve? Either no chalk here, or push this cheese all the way down there so the mouse can do that. Now this cheese also probably has to go down here so mouse can jump that way. So why can't I just do those two things simply? Maybe no reason. Okay, that part looks good. Now, the next problem is getting this to a perfect spot next to a vertical line. I think I want to do this for one thing. That needs to have gone down one, which I can do. I think this all works. I think that routes correctly. Mouse jumps, mouse jumps, mouse jumps, mouse eats. Okay, there we go. I didn't even finish my thought process before the level was solved. Okay, that's a lot of cracks around the outside and a lot of cheese to eat. And oh, my chalk can't do much. Okay, good. I'm very restricted. I like that. Is this my starting point or my ending point? That looks like a problem and I can't reach in there to fix it. So this is my ending point, actually. Yeah, this is my ending point, I think. Let's look at the rest and make sure that seems true. I might need to push this. I can't push that up. I might need to... Okay, so I can push this around. That's how I can influence the puzzle. How am I collecting each of these? Looks like mouse jumps here, jumps here, jumps here. That seems to be in conflict. I want to test something. Okay, just as expected. You jump there, you do fall. Just in case there was something weird about the jump related to the cracked spot. Okay, well, I like that my total area of influence is relatively small. That means I don't really have to consider this except for mouse traversability. Like this is only involved in half of the puzzle and it's the easier half, sort of. So my little piece of chalk cannot push this because it falls over if it does it. So this is fixed in place here. What I can do is move this up or down and choose how I draw my line. That's the total of my actions. Now, this journey could take the mouse across a line. That's not really true. Oh, query. What happens if mouse tries to do this? I assume the jump just doesn't jump. Yeah, I'm pressing north and nothing's happening. Okay. This could be my endpoint by doing that. Okay, if I shove this up, then start here, eat that, eat that, eat that, jump here, eat that, eat that, eat that, finish there. Okay, sounds great. So push this up in a way that the mouse can still get to it. I think that does everything I need. Oops, except I need to go down here. Good, okay. That was not too bad. Okay, 4-1. Is it a new mechanic? Oh! What is this? Why is this different? Got like radioactive cheese or something. What does this mean? So the rules have changed. There is indeed multi-push, by the way. Oh, okay. So I think it's not that the rules have changed, it's just that I've never been able to partition things quite this way before. Or, I don't know, maybe it just... No? What on earth? What are you trying to tell me? Yeah, so this, once again, seems to be part of the PuzzleScript aesthetic that just, like, nothing ever gets communicated. That's the way I experience these things. So each cheese has to be in a different partition, is my guess. I don't know if that's the right guess, but okay, maybe that's it. Alright, so this is obviously wrong in lots of ways. So I need to be able to jump over here and get to this, which means they probably both... Right, there's multi-push. This might be a multi-push tutorial. Just demonstrating that that is an option. Is there a... There's not a problem of that sort here. However, there's a problem of the other sort. Can I push both across the line? That might run into the partitioning problem. It does. I don't really understand what this means. Like, why is... Okay, well, it makes a spooky noise, and some of the puzzle is red, some of it is not. It definitely has to do with the way I'm partitioning things. But how that manifests, I'm not sure. Let's try multi-pushing them both across again. And see if I can just separate them now. That should do the job, right? Okay. Sure. Yeah, okay, so that is a different mousy sprite. Like happy eyes but no tears below if you're doing it right. But sad mouse doesn't get to eat the unpartitioned cheese. Okay. Yeah, you're unhappy because it's like, what, is the cheese different and the cheese in section 4 just has to not be with other cheese? I guess that's how I'll treat it. I could look back at level select and see if there were ever two cheeses in the same partition, but getting to level select is a pain. So I would rather not have to do that. Alright, so presumably what you want. Okay, you're going to want to jump over this line using that. That's clear to me. Is it? Then that means this has to go here. That might be possible. I could believe it. If I can somehow fix my line... How would that happen? Maybe I go like down? And then... maybe down here. There we go, that's feeling almost. Now that line's... no, it didn't start there, I drew it. Maybe this? Nuh-uh. Like, I'd love to go straight through here. But then I end up in a situation where I have to keep on pushing. Could I have gone one more to the right? No, because I want to keep going down. Oh, but I can. Okay. Mysteriously, that worked. Okay, sure, I'll take it. I think this only goes to force 6 and then it's over. The last thing was 3 asterisks. I'm going to assume that spells out end. The other numbers of asterisks spell out stuff like level 4-4. So I think I just have 3 more puzzles to go, including this one. Maybe. Maybe. That's my guess. Okay, so what's happening here? This is probably a cheese destination. What's with... That's just a little incomplete chalk mark, but I can't interact with it because it's running into a sponge. All right. Mouse doesn't go across this. There's just like a big pile of stuff here. Where does anything start and end? I'm guessing at some point this action is involved. Oh, right, but then partitioning is unhappy, and this counts as the same partition. Okay. Right, the partitioning problem. So yeah, I'm still guessing at some point. This cheese goes there, mouse eats it, jumps over there, eats that, jumps over here. Probably the suggestion is to put this here, and there we go, that's a partition created, and maybe that fixes everything? Not quite. Because now I can't push that north, while still being able to get over here. Except I can, and that actually works, maybe? I assume holes count as partitions. They appear to. Okay. Ah, right, and then the final problem. Okay, so maybe I can first sneak up here and do this, and I've cornered myself. Maybe I can first sneak up here and do this. And I think I can still do everything I did before. It was just that. Alright, big old scribble. But the big old scribble ends with mouse fully fed. Okay. It was just 3-4 that was such a big problem so far, right? I mean, there could be still a big problem for me later. But so far I think it was just the one. Alright, so I need to create some partitions. Let's make some space first of all. And maybe I want to do... Okay, actually, maybe I want to do... Yeah. I mean, this is no good because of partitioning. That sound really goes on for a while, like I was still hearing it long after it had sort of ended. This doesn't quite work. No, there's a number of reasons why that doesn't work. So I'm drawing... Oh, what? No. I doubt I'm doing that first. That seems unlikely. It feels pretty good to push this up like this. Then you're unhappy because cheese is in the same partition. Ah, not only does the mouse start crying, but its tail gets all droopy and sad too. Aw. Okay, so if I could just... and these sponges prevent me from drawing a partition. So I need to encircle a cheese. And while I encircle a cheese, the others also need to still be in a place where I can access it. And what is that going to mean? Not that. That didn't work out. I kind of had something in mind, but it just didn't even begin to go anywhere. So I need to encircle something, I think. The line I draw from here to here will cut off one of these or the other, but then the one that's in the middle needs to be circled, or one of the edge ones needs to be circled. That could work too. Oh, actually, that's not so bad right there. Could I have also done... Oh, I'm stuck doing that. Could I have also done this? Maybe. You two are still in the same partition. But what if I do this? Then you're not. There we go. Okay. So, no cheese... Oh, some cheese pushing. This one's not on a sponge. This can be pushed, these three can't. There's a pit. Which means my jumps have to be a certain way. I'm going to do something like that. Something like, but probably not exactly. But also... Ooh, okay, so mouse with cheese there is in that partition. I have to do this. That's required. And I probably want to do this too. And that... Okay, I'm starting to get the idea here a little bit. However, okay, so you're the one I can push. This is like almost what I want. Is it really almost what I want? I mean, kinda. I just have one problem now, and if I could have... Okay. How do I have these two in different partitions? I liked what happened there overall. I'm gonna undo instead of resetting. Like, a lot of what happened there seemed good. So anyway, I could create a line here. Like, there needs to... That's how I need to end, I think. Prior to that, I need to have, like, encircled... Oh, I've done multiple things wrong here. That's not going to help. No, you need to be more like there. And a jump across... What's this supposed to be? This is nothing. This is certainly the first cheese you eat. You need to jump east. There has to be a line here. The line there obviously has to connect to this. For that not to create a partition between these two, I need to do this first. Or at least at some point I need to do something like that. This is the last cheese you eat. So all I have to do is partition it apart from the others. Like, it's almost as if I just want to do this. There are a couple of problems with that. Some of them might be solvable. That all resolves just fine. No, those are in the same partition. Wait, if those are in the same partition, I have to encircle this? Or something? Okay, here's an idea. What if these two were in the same partition and this was here? So you jump, jump, jump. I guess no, two can't be in the same partition, but like this partition extends to here. Doesn't feel like that's going to work well. If that was there, a lot of things that have to be different. It can be offset 1, that's fine. Or it can be not. There's a lot of problems with this. whole lot of problems with this. Okay. There is multi-push, but I don't think I can use that as part of the... No... maybe. I can't be certain that that's not something I'm doing. However, it seems unlikely to be particularly productive. Alright, if I want to make a circle, then I have to meet a thing at a corner, kind of like this. Now, you are irretrievable. Okay. This is definitely the first cheese I'm eating. This is probably the last cheese I'm eating, because this distinctly goes east. And it would make more sense to just go clockwise around here. However, you can move. If I left you where you were, or just like moved you over one, how close could I get this to working? There is an issue here, in that if I want to encircle that, oh, the encircling needs to be different because, wait, what? So in terms of partitioning, this is legal. In terms of partitioning, that's illegal. Can I just extend this line such that mouse can jump over it and get there? I believe I can? Just by doing... I can't do that corner. Okay, if I ignore that for a second... This is wrong because same partition. But I think maybe I can solve that at the beginning by doing one of those somehow. Yeah, so things would look something like this. I think I'm going to go one more further. I also don't think that's going to work. Oops. No, I'm off by one. If I could make this initial jump, the rest would work. If this hadn't been there, then that wouldn't be there, and I couldn't make that turn. What if I include the hole in the partition? Could that fix things for me? That way, this corner's here, which is better. And I think that works, doesn't it? This looks functional. There we go. Congratulations, you beat it. Nothing else to see here? Okay, cool. I did it. All right. Let me do the dance to get to level select. All right, dance has been performed. I am in level select now. Oh, I didn't do the full dance, so I didn't have input. Yeah, okay. Browser games still a problem for me? Press the action button to swap. Okay, so that was not the end. This is an extra thing. Action button is... okay, reset. Okay, so we got multi-mouse here. Mice can push each other. Okay. However, I'm still going to eat that cheese no matter what, and how does chalk make any difference to this? Well, okay, if I could get you behind here, I could maybe multi-push the mouse and the cheese all the way over here, swap, have you eat that, and then go over there. Which would mean I'd have to draw a different line, but I don't really get any choices about that particularly. I can draw a little more or a little less, but that's fairly meaningless. Oops. Oh. No, it's impossible not to eat this cheese. Right? That's how it appears to me. I can't do something special if, I like... Okay, I can jump over a mouse. Alright, sure. But like, what is there to do here? Are you claiming I can somehow get this cheese to the edge? Okay, now hang on. So I haven't actually successfully tested... Right, because I can't, because this is all cracked. Nothing can happen here unless this cheese gets to the edge. The cheese can't get to the edge unless I'm like multi-pushing a mouse and a cheese, probably. Maybe that'll work. Chalk can't do anything. Like, the chalk is not part of this puzzle, other than just as an obstacle for everything else. It's just here, it's in the way, and it can't do anything. I can't step on this. Jumping over it's meaningless. Mice can't really interact with each other in any meaningful way. I assume one can't push the other onto the chalk. That seems true. Okay, so could one push the other onto the cracked thing without it breaking or something? Why would that be? No? And now I can't move anymore, so a mouse lost is a puzzle lost. Is this solvable? If so, how could it possibly be? For all I know, pushing a mouse onto cheese just makes that mouse eat the cheese right away. You have zero possible choice other than just eating this. Like, these all fall. You can't do anything about that. You can't suddenly be in there. This is the only cheese other than this one. This has to get over here. There's no way for this to move right. Therefore, this is not solvable? What's the chalk for? The chalk's for nothing. It's just there because it's part of the rest of the game. But it doesn't do anything here. Yeah, I can't do anything once a mouse is lost. Oh, okay, you keep your cheesed state. That's what it is. Okay, got it. To be continued? Okay. Cool, alright, I did it. I beat Cheese Banquet Advanced. Alright, that was cool. So yeah, we got a little taste of the PuzzleScript experience here, and the problems that I thought would be problems were indeed the problems I expected. So I don't know, maybe every once in a while we can do one of these, but yeah, I have my reservations. But this was cool. Game was fun. Glad I played it. See you again for something else.